Okay, so this is just a video, one of my cheesier videos, showing you, well, since it's been 10 years since a war ended, a format war between Blu-ray and HD DVD. I don't have any HD DVDs, but I do have, Blu-rays, a few Blu-rays. This is The Last Jedi one, which is great. And basically, for those who don't know, you may be wondering, if you know what this format war was, then just skip past this. But basically, any films owned by Warner Brothers, originally, any films owned by Warner Brothers, Universal, or Paramount had to be released on HD DVD, and any films owned by Disney, Fox, or Sony, of course, because Sony owned Blu-ray, and I think Microsoft or Toshiba owned HD DVD. But Blu-ray won the battle because after a while Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema wanted to go with Blu-ray, and Steven Spielberg wanted to go with Blu-ray. So the only company that wanted to really cling on to it was Paramount. And in fact, anybody could have Blu-ray if they had PlayStation 3, and anyone could have had HD if they had HD DVD if they had Xbox 360. I have Xbox 360, but I don't have an attachment that can play HD DVDs. Anyway, let's get started. These are the I'm just going to show you the films that could have been released on HD DVD, but weren't. Imagine if the format war was still going on today. So, yeah, as you can see, I've reorganized my DVD collection. These are films that, a lot of these are on Blu-ray today, including this one. But these are the films that you never saw on HD DVD. But down here, some of these could have been released on HD DVD. These are all films owned by Universal, Paramount, and Warner Brothers. And I'm trying to think, what one? I suppose I'll go through them all. Johnny English, I guess I'll have to go through my DVD collection again for the second time. Right, I don't know if this would look good in HD. Mr. Bean. Here's a very good show here. Extras. To be honest, in my last collection video, I didn't show you my thoughts on all these DVDs, so I suppose I should. The big bottom box. The only DVDs in my collection that are rated 18. Yeah, those are funny. I think the best one might be the Bottom 2001. Let's see. I'll try this again. Okay, so these are the films in my collection that could have been released on HD DVD, but weren't. As you can see, these are films you never saw on Blu-ray. Okay, well, Avatar and a couple of others are newer, so they were never on HD DVD. But Johnny English, there must have been a HD DVD of this, and Mr. Bean. I wish there was a HD DVD of that. Because I think the show has yet to come to Blu-ray. And, I mean, the film has yet to come to Blu-ray in America. Anyway. Extras, that's a very good show. That might look good on HD. Vanilla Sky, a film a lot of people like that I'm not crazy about, but this might, well, they might, after some remastering, that might look good in HD. Get Out, well, this is from 2017, so that was never on HD. Try on the Chocolate Factory, that was on HD, it didn't look the best from what I've heard. Dunkirk, Darkest Star, or newer. Willy Wonka, I hear that was the best looking HD DVD. But if you have the DVD of Willy Wonka, keep it because it's one of the oldest DVDs you'll ever see. The Mask, that might have been on HD, I don't know. Dumb and Dumber, that. Well, actually, these are owned by New Line, so they might not have come to HD. Yeah, the same with Lord of the Rings. Those were never. The format war ended before they were on HD DVD. The Harry Potter films, I know some of these were on HD. Fantastic Beasts is newer. Wallace and Gromit. This might have been able to be on HD DVD. It's on Blu-ray now, but the thing is, it's owned by DreamWorks, and I don't think DreamWorks. I don't know if they went with Blu-ray or HD, so I don't know about that one. Titanic? Well, now here's a very interesting story. Titanic is owned by both Paramount and Fox. Paramount went with HD, but Fox were always with Blu-ray, so it's just maybe back in the day it wasn't able to be released on either formats, or maybe it was on both, I don't know. Batman Begins, that was probably in HD. The Office, this is a film that's not really meant, a show that's not really meant for HD because it's meant to be, it wouldn't look good because it's not very colourful, it's very grey, and, Blackadder, I'd like to see, well, then again, maybe these, I think Universal has rights to the BBC, so these might have been able to be on HD. But Blackadder, they look very good on DVD. I know, I think they did a good job of remastering them. Gangster Granny, Mr. Stink, well, those are newer, so I'll skip those. But sorry, I think the camera stopped going after a while. Not the 9 o'clock news, I might skip those. Okay, so Happy Feet, I'm sure that was on HD at some point. That looks good in HD. Transformers, there was a HD DVD of that. The Incredible Hulk, well, that's newer. And it's also, what's interesting about this is that it was once owned by Universal, but then I think Disney got the rights to it, so it sort of changed. Paranorman, that's newer. Shrek 2, it's owned by DreamWorks, so I don't know. But then again, DreamWorks, some of their films are owned by Universal, I think, and then some of them are owned by Fox, and so it's a bit hard to say with that. Matrix, there must have been a HD DVD of that one. The Matrix just came out on 4K, so that's something I need to mention. Iron Man, and like with the Incredible Hulk, it's owned by Paramount, so but then Disney got the rights to it, and it's newer, so it was never on HD. SpongeBob, now SpongeBob, it's one of those shows. This is the SpongeBob Halloween DVD, by the way. which is possibly the best of all the SpongeBob DVDs here. Sponge Out of Water is good as well. But SpongeBob, it's a show you never see on the HD. It's never on the HD TV channels, and even the newer ones are just 480p at the most. And, you know, there was never Blu-ray or anything of SpongeBob. And oh, are we filming? Oh, sorry. But SpongeBob, even when it was on the HD channels, I don't think it was ever really in HD. The movies, the SpongeBob movie must have been on HD DVD. Let's see, South Park. The thing is, though, Comedy Central, I don't know if they went with... It's owned by Warner Brothers, so it might have been on HD DVD. But Comedy Central, I don't know if they went with HD DVD or Blu-ray. I don't think they went with either. Warner Brothers, okay, these are both owned by Inception, that's newer. It was never on HD DVD. But 2001: A Space Odyssey, that, the thing is, I think MGM has the rights to it, and I guess MGM might have went with both formats, because 2001: A Space Odyssey and The Shining, you could get both of those films on either HD DVD or Blu-ray. Jurassic World, that's newer. Johnny English Reborn's newer. I think there was a 3D Blu-ray of that one. Godzilla, Madagascar 2. So, I also wanted to show these. These are films that you wouldn't see on either. Focus. There we go. You wouldn't. Maybe at some point, some of these are on Blu-ray, but you'll never see any of these on HD DVD. So here we have the Horrid Henrys, and they're owned by CITV, and I don't know if CITV or ITV in general went with Blu-ray or HD. Probably HD. They probably want to go with HD, but yeah, you don't see these on HD channels or anything. The BFG, I don't think there's a Blu-ray of that one, and it's owned by I think Thames. You know, it was made by Cosgrove Hall, and it was distributed by PT Video, so I don't know. So they didn't go with HD or Blu-ray. Shaun the Sheep movie, that's owned by Studio Canal, and back in the day anyway, they didn't choose HD DVD or Blu-ray, I don't think. Father Ted, which is owned by Channel 4, and they never decided. The Castle of Cagliostro, which is also owned by Studio Canal. It's on Blu-ray now, as you can see. And here we have all the Thomas ones, which are owned by Hit Entertainment. And Hit, I think they just stuck with DVD, never went with HD. Hoyle's Moving Castle, it's hard to say with this one, because I guess, Disney have the rights to it, so it got released on Blu-ray, but that was never on HD. Okay. But at the same time, though, this particular release is owned by Optimum Asia and Studio Ghibli. I don't know what Studio Ghibli would go with. Then we have Kung Fu Panda, which is owned by DreamWorks. Don't know about DreamWorks. And then we have two of the James Bond films to finish it off. Dr. No and Goldfinger, which are owned by, if you can see it, MGM. MGM. I don't know if they went with HD. they might have gone with both formats, like I said earlier. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed.